All right, Shalom. Okay, had audio trouble on the last stream, so Lord willing, this one works. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, yesterday after camp, we have Tuesday camp here in Dallas. We'll sit and congregate and speak. We go to our little safe place and we'll congregate and speak after camp. So chopping it up with some of the brothers here in Dallas, and one of them gifted another brother a tent, a little 5-man tent. It was pretty small too. You could carry it on your back. We started talking about the times that we're stepping into, and that it wouldn't be unwise to have a little extra water, extra things here and there. But at the end of the day, what you got to understand when you're in this truth is that the Lord's going to create predicaments for his remnant, all right, for the people that he's going to be looking out for in that time. It's going to be to where we fully have to depend on him. There's not going to be any item that you can have that's going to necessarily that's going to give you the salvation that you're looking for. No, our salvation is going to come through the faith that we have in him. Okay, he's going to allow us to run into particular things, and items we might come across certain items that get us through from time to time. But that's not what we're looking for to deliver us. That's not what we're putting our faith and our hope in. You understand? Now I'll say it like this. The brother was given that tent, but it might be a time where even if he does get some use out of it, where he has to leave it behind. Now, a lot of us will say, hey man, we might have to go to the woods. And that's true. We might have to go to the woods at some point in time. The devil might have it to where, the place you're staying at, you can't stay there unless you have a particular C hip, put the C and the H together. You might have it to where, you gotta have the potion in order to stay at this complex. Decrees might come down like that, and we expect them to. So brothers might have to flee their homes. Okay, you might have to go, meet up with a brother, and even meeting up with a brother, might be a tall task. All right, a beautiful movie to watch to give you a visual aid is the movie Bushwick on Netflix. If you watch that movie Bushwick on Netflix, if you 5 miles from a brother, that might not seem so bad to travel 5 miles now. But what does 5 miles look like when there's lawlessness in the streets? When there's checkpoints from to go certain places. When people are sticking each other up for their goods. That could be a couple day journey, that 5 miles, avoiding a different danger. The times we're stepping into, man, are unfathomable. The Lord says, he told us in Matthew the 24th chapter, the 21st verse, that the times that we're stepping into now are going to outdo any time that was documented or undocumented. And you go back through history and you look up particular events, man, there's been some dark times that have taken place upon the earth. And for the Lord to tell us that, let me go just read it really quick here. I want to get 1 Thessalonians 5, but let's get this Daniel 12 since I'm making this point right here. You good? You good? All right. This Daniel 12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, and the great prince will stand for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So he said there's going to be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Even to, so anytime, you can look at the flood, you can look at 70 AD, any of those times, any of the times that we're taken into captivity, the Lord's going to outdo any of those times. And it's reiterated in Matthew too. Let's read it in Matthew as well. Okay, Matthew 24:21. Okay, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So we finna step into some dark times. So that couple mile journey to meet up with a brother, sister, it might not be as easy as you think. All right, we're together in this. We're iron sharpening iron. We're all building each other up within the body. But when test time comes, you got to test yourself. You can't look at the next person test. That test is for you. But I'll say this: the different trials and things that we're going through now, the Lord's building our faith up. He's having us having certain encounters and adding attributes unto us. A brother may get rebuked for a stint of time, and him getting rebuked, he's learning how to have emotional control and how to have foresight and deal with particular things. He has us run into certain people within our walk to where we gain different perspectives on things. So when the test does come and we're encountered with this situation, now we can reference back things that the Lord had us go through. They'd be like, oh, I'm equipped for this. I'm able to weather the storm in this situation. I've been through something like it. I gained a certain perspective in order to, pass this obstacle, But yeah, going back to the woods, right? The brother was gifted the tent. We were saying that, man, look, you might be in the woods. You might have your tent for a time, have your little supplies. But Esau might be rounding people up. He might be sending UN troops to round people up, because we're gonna have foreign troops within the borders. The WHO, that whole thing. We're gonna have foreign troops on American soil. So you might be in the woods. They might be rounding troops up, and you might have to flee. You ain't gonna have time to pack up your tent, put it in the bag, put it on your back, grab your other stuff. You might have to leave it behind. That might be the case. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to have particular things, but you must understand that you're probably not going to have it long, and that you shouldn't be putting your faith in it. Might be convenient for a time, but at the end of the day, and the Lord might allow you to have it. Might allow you to have particular things that helps you get through for a long period of time. But understand that there's no item that's going to be the key to making it onto that chariot. The wisdom and knowledge is, the faith is. All right. So I think that's a common question or conversation, with those within the body, because we know these things are getting ready to happen, and we're like, man, should I get this stuff, or what should I do? We gotta have faith at the end of the day, but it does not hurt to have some water, to maybe have a tent, like the Apostle Tahar, all the Apostle said, have a little gold, have some real currency, stashed away, and get you through a time. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be scenarios just like with those in the world who've been stocking up the bug out bags. The Lord got a lot of people stocking up stuff so that we can run into it. You might, have to leave your tent and all that stuff behind, but you run into a spot where it was abandoned house, and they're down in the garage. They got a whole thing. The Lord might say, hey, go to this house. Go to that house. It's abandoned, and they got a year's worth of water and food for you. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be the faith, and you got to remember the various examples that we have within this thing. Elijah, when he was on the run, the Lord had him run into that woman, and she had her last meal, and she was ready to die with her son when Elijah came. But the Lord continued to multiply that meal and sustain them for an extended period of time, man. And that woman in her house was made whole again by way of Elijah, who was, he was that hiding place from the wind for her. When he was on the run from Jezebel. Had the ravens bring him meat. All these various things, man. We're going to see some wild stuff. The Lord's going to do some off-the-wall stuff to get us through, man. To get us through, He's going to do some off-the-wall stuff. Let me read this precept here in 1 Thessalonians 5. And the point is in 4. But we'll start at the top. 1 Thessalonians 5, we'll start at the top here. 5:1, it says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And it's going to overtake these people in the world. It's going to overtake them as a thief. Imagine a woman, man. Right now, she done bought 2 bathing suits. She done went down to Miami Beach to have a hot girl summer, and the rolling blackouts come. Everything's cut off, and she only had enough money to pay for, a couple of days at her hotel, and then kick her out because she don't got the money to stay because she broke. So you out there hot girl summer with 2 bathing suits, and you in Dade County because you couldn't afford to stay right on the beach, right? And so you out there stuck. Bunch of niggas with the dreads like this and gold teeth, and you out there just stuck out there with Levi. Man, people gonna be down bad. People gonna be down and out. And when people don't have the things they need, man, the scriptures say the love of many is gonna wax cold. Our hedge of protection is that we were seeking the Lord, man. We were seeking righteousness, seeking meekness, so that we can be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Right? Zephaniah 2:3. Okay, this verse 2 again from the top. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. The only way you're gonna be able to get out of this, man, is if the Lord is with you. He's gonna make it to where the only way you can navigate this time, and people gonna know. People gonna know. It's no way this person, is looking like, nourished. There's no way this person was able to get to this point unless, they got some kind of protection, or if the Lord is with them. And in that day, you got to realize, just like in the first Exodus, the Lord's going to be, making his name a praise in the earth again. That's what the deliverance out of Egypt was about. He was showing that he was the true power. You understand? And when you look at all the different plagues in Egypt, okay, when he blotted out the sun, it was in direct opposition with the sun god that they were worshiping, Ra. He was showing, no, Ra don't got dominion over the sun, I do. When he defiled the waters with the blood, they had their river god that they worshipped in Egypt, and our people were worshiping these guys too. He said, no, this God is no God. I'm the one true God. I have dominion over the waters. They had the God they worship for agriculture. He shut all that down, man. No, I have dominion over the grain. All right, so the Lord made his name a praise in the earth once more. So that's what he's going to do this time. So while people are going from place to place, they're going to know, man, the Lord must be with this guy. The Lord must be with these men. And that's why the scriptures say as well, the man's going to be made as fine as gold. People going to know, like, dude, this it's going to be fully on display that he is the devil. Everybody going to know it. They're going to be like, this man he's the wicked, bro. He got to be the devil. And it's also going to be made known, oh, these are the Lord's men. These are those that were standing up against the evildoers. You see? So yeah, man, it's not wicked to have, supplies and things like that. Of course not. But where you cross the line is when you start to put your faith in those things. When you start to look to, like, oh, I need this to make. No, you don't need it. It's good to have it. But what you need to be seeking that righteousness and seeking meekness so that you can be hidden in that time. Because the Lord is going to be moving the pieces on the chessboard so that we can, weather the storm. You see? But you got to have that gift of faith. And faith is indeed a gift. All right? So, hey, shalom to Elder Natazakba on the comment board. So just a quick lesson, man. Let me finish reading this because I want to get to verse 4. Verse 4, 1 Thessalonians 5:4 says, but ye brethren are not in darkness. We've been given the eyesight to foresee evil coming on the horizon. All right. So that's why we know, okay, maybe we should get a couple things, but we're not gonna put our faith in it. But we should have a couple items. It wouldn't be unwise. It would be wise to have, a few things here and there. All right. Just like, somebody's trying to make it, playing a sport or playing, anything, playing ball. Okay, yeah, they gonna pray to the Lord. Hey, if the Lord want me to have that, I'll have it. But they go put in the work. You wanna get big muscles? You can't just pray to the Lord alone and He give you big muscles. All right, you gotta go put the work in the gym. So you put a little preparation. It's a balance. You will be a fool not to do anything, right? You will be a fool not to have any kind of preparation for it. But we know that the things that we may be gathering up, that's not what's going to deliver us at the end of the day. You know? 1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. And these people where they sleep, man, they don't even suspect that America's circling the drain. They don't suspect that the society and the way that it functions and the so-called freedoms that they have are about to vanish away in a very quick time span. They're not even contemplating these things. They got that sleepy spirit on them, man. They got that, they're in gross darkness. And that's why the scriptures say, as in the days of Noah, so shall the days of the Son of Man be. They were eating, sleeping, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage. They're so occupied with things of the world. They're so occupied with gratification of the flesh, escapism, all right? Taking their mind off the problems that are blatantly in their face. That's why they constantly consume celebrity gossip, Esau's media, which he's constantly casting spells on the people, right? To have them in a bugged out mind state. But we through the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, the Lord has taken, that blindfold off of us and allow us to see our surroundings. I'm like, oh shit, I got to be prepared for this. And the only way you can truly prepare is to be prepared in the spirit. The weapons of our warfare are spiritual. You understand? So, just a quick lesson, man. Lord willing, you got something from it. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.